And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. It'll be just an 18-yard punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 at the 40. First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's in. Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Buying time to his left, and that's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. A shotgun snap for Darnold. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Out is Alburna86's on 4th down to punt this thing. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. 23-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. 32-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in 1st place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the #1 goal? Make the playoffs. #2, win your division. #3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the #1 seed so you get that 1st round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be taken down well before the 1st at about the 36-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. Now here's Alburna86 as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Jackson from the shotgun. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
50-yard line.
They'll run for the first time here with Matt Breida. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. Throwing is Jackson. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. From the gun, Jackson steps away to his left. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Kenny Galladay, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. And the Ravens lead at 7-0.
Justin Tucker to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. He'll drop this down to Taylor. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 35-yard line.
Back to throw, Darnold. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front, and it may be a guard, can slide up to the 2nd level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football. I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On first down, it's Taylor, and he'll get 3 down at the 34-yard line.
He's tackled.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Darnold completes it, and he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 18. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
No gain.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Darnold from the gun. They'll find Hines out of the backfield. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Two minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. 2nd down and goal. Darnold dancing to his left toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense.
And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Harris Campbell, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
Rodrigo Blankenship for the extra point.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
32-yard line.
Now it's Jackson. He'll get this one to Galladay. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
First down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by the rookie Julian Blackmon. There he goes right side. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.
Touchdown, Colts.
Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
To throw again on second down. Jackson. That'll be complete to Breida. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
To Matt Breida. A gain of 1 yard. And a Raven first down.
Operating from the gun. Jackson eluding the pressure right. That is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Throwing again. Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. He gets it to Brown, complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another first down. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
Flush to his right. Now he'll pull it down. Got a man on the right sideline. That's Robinson. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. So yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Malik Harrison on the tackle. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel for it.
Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sack back at about the 43-yard line. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. So it would appear they will not be able to add to their lead on this opening drive of the second half.
Yeah, if another touchdown was scored there, now we're talking about a 2-score game, and they're probably on their way of creating an excellent gap between them and their pursuers. But how about the defense there, able to step up and keep themselves in this one?
39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their defense just came up with a stop right out of the locker room, and now can the offense take advantage?
Yeah, we don't want to turn this into something that it's not. It's only a 1-score game, so it's not exactly a crucial possession. But at the same time, they'd like to get things started and at least come away with 3 points.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
A quick throw out wide, caught by Robinson. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit. And that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions. Even when you're taking some hits, sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up and make those throws, and he did that.
10 yards there, good enough for a Raven 1st down. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7. At the 44-yard line.
Here's Jackson to throw. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks. But it doesn't matter what you call a position, it's who you put there. And there we saw completion.
And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. And Jackson throwing once more. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Marquise Brown, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens have retaken the lead.
Makes the score.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And it's now 17-14.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
On 1st down, Darnold. Forced out to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Darnold being chased out left. A good throw here, finding Pascal. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On first down, it's Darnold. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for his running back, Nyheim Hines. And now it's 2nd down.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Elsewhere, NFL scoreboard, third quarter now in Tennessee. And the gap in that one has widened. The Bears have scored again. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Let's go, team. Big series right here. We got to step it up. Check the band,
They run with Taylor. Number 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. They go to the ground again with Taylor. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Campbell on the stop.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
And he's going to miss this one. Wide to the left from distance. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. A fourth quarter miss like that, there is no lonelier feeling than that kicker right now.
As we all know, a lot of these games, they come down to special teams. And when that chance comes, you have to perform in order to help your team get over the top.
Could have tied it. Instead, they remain down 3. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Andrews.
Jackson's pass.
They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
9-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Here's Jackson. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts are once again going to retake the lead. No problem there on the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Escaping the pressure right. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Andrews. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. Now Jackson on first down. He's going deep for Brown. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 3-yard line.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Brings up second and 8 at the 4-yard line.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. Catch made here by Campbell. And they'll bring him down right around the 13.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. And Darnold wants to throw the football. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Trey Burton, the one he was looking for. And that'll make it third down. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important third down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Now Darnold. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, you know, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trust in his quarterback and trust in his offense. And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
Nearly an interception. If that one's picked off, it's over. So a new lease on life, so to speak.
A lot of times when you're in coverage, you're so focused on the man and the coverage that sometimes the ball, if it arrives, it surprises you. That may have happened to him in that situation.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll look to throw. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Third down. Now Jackson. Flushed out right. Got a man, it's caught. For a Ravens touchdown.
Complete to
Allen Robinson.
Touchdown.
His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter.
Justin Tucker lining up for the extra point. The kick is good.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. But he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. Faking the give, Darnold. That's into the hands of Pascal. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
It's a pickup of 3.
Off of play action, Darnold eluding the pressure right. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Prince Amukamara. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Count them now, 6 interceptions between last week and this week. Now, the 3 picks last week helped them to a win. They're in the driver's seat once more.
And they're the ones that are doing all the leading, aren't they? Right? The 3 interceptions last week, that led to a victory. 3 interceptions so far in this game, that has them out in front. We often think of the offense driving things. In this case, it's the defense, not just holding teams, but creating big plays for themselves.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It'll go as a gain of 12, and that should just about wrap this one up. Jackson's going to throw it. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 25 yards there on the catch and run. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And down inside the 15 he goes.